welcome to Pilates with Gilly. This is a beginner working towards an intermediate class. It's going to take approximately 40 minutes long. Remember, with Pilates, take your time, slow, controlled movements. Remember, we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. We want to try to keep that core engaged as much as we possibly can throughout the entire session. However, if you need to rest, rest. Listen to what your body is telling you. It will progress at its own rate. I hope you enjoyed the class. Let's get started. Today, I want your knee to be on your knees. So your knees want to be directly underneath your hips. You want to roll your shoulders back to ensure they're nice and relaxed. We want to engage the core. So to engage the core and go into a neutral position here, I want you to tuck your tailbone under, drawing the belly button, lifting through the pelvic floor. Okay, we're going to bring one knee out to the side, keeping the hip and the knee in line with one another, and this foot out to the side, okay? We're going to place the hand in front of the knee and place one hand behind the head. Keeping that core engaged, we're going to twist in and out. Trying to keep the hips nice and stable, nice and steady, breathing in, breathing out. If your knee doesn't go all the way out, bring it in. I would rather your hips be perfectly stable than your knee out. That flexibility will come with time, nice and steady. And we're going to come up, maintaining this position. We're going to come down to the side and up. Drawing that belly button in, come down to the side and up. And come up, and we're going to bring the arms to a W position. You want to concentrate on keeping this knee still. And we're going to twist away from the knee, nice and steady. Trying to concentrate on keeping the knee still, twisting away and back to the center. Don't forget to engage the core, draw that belly button in, lift through the pelvic floor. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keeping your body centered, nice and steady. We're going to come to the center. We're going to place the hand back and place the other hand on top. So the shoulders are facing towards the knee. Keeping that knee where it is, we're going to lift the arm, we're going to twist the body, I'm going to watch the hand, I'm going to come behind my shoulder. Then I come back in, nice and steady, keeping the knee where it is. I'm twisting the body, I'm watching the hand, I'm coming behind the shoulder, nice and steady. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And come to the center. Place your knee down, making sure both knees are under the shoulder, underneath the hips. Roll the shoulders back, bring the opposite knee out to the side. Place one hand in front of the knee, one hand behind the head, keeping that core engaged. Let's twist in and out. Come up to the center, come down to the side and up. Come up, W position, ensuring this knee stays where it is. Let's twist away, back to the center. Twist away, back to the center. Come in, hand in front of the knee, opposite hand on top, shoulders facing towards the knee. We're going to come up, I'm going to wash the hand, come round, behind the shoulder and back in. Don't forget we've got that core engaged, nice and steady. Relax, knee back down, roll those shoulders back, and then we're going to take a seat. We're going to open the legs, nice straight back, take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to walk the hands forward, feeling the stretch through the back of the legs, opening up the spine. Nice and steady, we're going to hold, breathe in. Breathe out. As we breathe in, we're going to come back up again. We're going to repeat. Remember, nothing wants to be rushed in Pilates. You want to have it nice, slow, controlled, allowing the body to work. We're going to come up. I'm going to bring my feet just in from my hips. I'm going to flex my feet. My arms are going to come out to the front. I'm going to imagine there's a shelf in front of me and I'm going to reach for something on that shelf, trying to keep the back as straight as possible. Don't worry about how far you can go. All that matters is that we're trying to keep that back straight. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to come forward. Just going to shuffle myself forward to give me some space for the next exercise. I'm going to continue to come forward and back. Then I'm going to reach up. I'm going to draw the belly button in, keeping the feet flexed. I'm going to hollow my belly button. And I'm going to come down, nice and steady, peel down. Arms above the head. Draw that belly button in. As I breathe in, I'm going to lift my shoulders. As I breathe out, I'm going to push my hips into the ground, draw my belly button in and peel up. This time I'm going to come up and over, so I'm creating a C curve in my spine. I reach up, I draw my belly button in. As I breathe out, I slowly peel down vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down, reach above the head, draw that belly button in, lift through the pelvic floor, breathe in, lift the shoulders, breathe out, peel up, nice and steady, up and over. Let's repeat a few times. One more time. And I'm going to come down and I'm going to stay down. I'm going to bring the arms down by my side. I'm going to bend my knees so I can find neutral position. I'm going to engage my core. I'm going to lift my legs up, keeping my legs nice and straight, drawing that belly button. I'm going to lower one leg and come up. Lower the other leg, come up, nice and steady. We're not lowering so far. We want to keep the back in neutral position. We want to keep the core engaged. We don't want the back to be arching, nice and steady. We want to stay nice and stable. And come up, bring the knees to the chest, have a little rest. We're going to place one leg down, one leg up. Hold behind the leg. The leg wants to be pushed as straight as possible. If you cannot get this leg straight, slight bend in the opposite leg. And we're going to flex and point the toe. Point the toe, engage the core, release the hands. We're going to make small circles about the size of a football around the hip joint, trying to keep the hip as stable as possible. Trying to push the leg nice and straight and change direction. Then bring this knee towards the chest. Place the leg down. When you're ready, bring the opposite leg up. Hold behind the leg, push the leg as straight as possible, flex and point. Point the toe, engage the core, hands down, small circles about the size of a football. Change direction. Trying to keep the hips nice and stable. Come to the center, bring the knee in towards the chest. Bring both knees in, engage the core, lift the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, let's roll yourself up. Tiptoes on the mat, heels lifted, keeping the head tucked in, drawing that belly button in. Breathe in to roll down, breathe out to roll up. Nice and steady. Breathe in to roll down, breathe out to roll up. If you find it difficult holding on to the knees, you can hold the back of the legs nice and steady. We're going to come up. We're going to cross the legs. I'll just turn around so you can see. Nice straight back and genie arms, one hand above the other, in line with the shoulders. Imagine you've got a piece of rope pulling your head up, pulling your back nice and straight. Take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, let's turn to the side. Imagine there's a pole going through your spine, so we're staying centered at all times. Breathe into the center, out to the side. Come to the center, roll the shoulders back. Change your legs over. Change your arms over. It's going to feel very, very strange, okay? Imagine that rope's pulling your head up. Take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, let's turn to the side. Breathe into the center, out to the side. You may find this side a little bit more difficult, just because the position you're in is unnatural to you. You're not used to changing your feet over. Come to the center. Open the legs. Open the arms. Imagine you're sat into some concrete so your feet and legs can't move. We're going to twist and we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3. To the center. Twist and pulse. 1, 2, 3. One arm is behind your back. The other arm is cutting across your body, across the leg. I'm not aiming for my toes. I'm aiming for the twist. Doesn't matter how far you can go. You'll eventually get a little bit better as time goes on and as you keep practicing. Come to the center. Bend the knees, feet together, hold on to your ankles. Nice straight back if you can. Slowly we're going to extend the leg out and in. And we're going to change legs. Out and in. Nice and steady. Feeling the stretch. If you can't get the leg straight, not a problem. Again, as you practice, you will get a little better. Some days you'll be stiffer than other days, so don't judge yourself on what you could do yesterday. Judge yourself on what you can do today. Nice and steady. And relax. Again, roll those shoulders back. We're going to lay on our side. The feet, the bum and the shoulders all want to be in line with one another. Imagine that you've got a pole going through your hips, you're unable to move them, your core is engaged. And we're going to slowly open and close the knees, nice and steady, open and close. The hand is in front for stability. If you feel like your stability is progressing, you feel free to place it on your hip. But if you find that your hip starts to rock back and forth, please keep that hand in front of your chest. Come down. For those that feel comfortable, we're going to lift the feet up so they're in line with your tailbone. Again, the hips want to stay stable. We're going to open and close, keeping that core engaged. If you feel that this is a little bit too challenging, place your feet back down. Continue with the previous exercise. Listen to what your body is telling you. Don't try and force it to do something it's not ready to do yet. And place the feet down. Bring the leg forward to have a little rest. You may want to rub the hip. Then when you're ready, we're going to change sides, nice and steady. So, same as before on the other side, feet, bum, shoulders, all in line with one another. Make sure you're imagining that you've got that pole going through the hip. Engage the core, very important, hand in front of the chest or on the hip, okay, nice and steady. Without rocking those hips back, open and close the knees, nice and steady. Keep the core engaged, keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Those that feel ready, lift the feet up. Try and mirror what you did on the other side to prevent any imbalances, okay? So we want to try and do what we did on the other side. So if you kept your feet down, please keep your feet down. If your feet were up, try to keep those feet up. Come to the centre, place the feet down, bring the knee forward. Give that hip a little bit of a rub if you need. Then we're going to go into a child's pose. So we're going to come up onto the knees, open the knees, push the bottom down, relax the head and chest down. So we're going between the knees. Your arms can be in front, or if you feel most comfortable, the arms can come by your side. From here, we're going to lay on our stomach. The feet want to be approximately max distance apart. If you can turn your knees out, fantastic. Try to turn the knees out. If you can't, do not worry. Okay, so what we want to do is we relax the head down. We want to push the pubic bone down into the ground and lift the belly button upwards. So we're keeping the hips nice and stable, keeping the core engaged. From here, we're going to lift the legs up one by one, trying to keep the legs nice and straight. And remember, the work wants to come from the back of our legs and our bottom, not in our lower back. If you're feeling any work in your lower back, you need to either push that pubic bone down a little bit more, draw that belly button in a little bit more, or if that still doesn't work, do not lift your legs as high, okay? Nice and steady. Relax. Place the hands underneath your shoulders. Keep pushing the pubic bone down, lifting the navel up. As we breathe in, we're going to lift the chest nice and steady. Breathe out, come down. Remember, we're breathing into the chest, not the stomach. I'm not pushing with my hands. My hands are just there for a little bit of support. Come down. Okay, we're going to progress it onto the next level. If you feel that this is a little bit too much, repeat what we've just done. So, hands down, head resting on the hands. This time I'm going to lift 2 legs. If it's too much for you, continue with 1 at a time. Push that pubic bone down, lift that navel, lift those legs up and down. Again, you want the work to be in the bottom and the back of the legs, not the lower back. And relax. Place your hands behind your lower back. Again, if this is a little bit too much, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Push the pubic bone into the ground, lift the navel. Let's lift the chest up and down, nice and steady. Breathing in to come up, breathing out to come down. Come down, have a little rest. Come onto your hands and knees into a cat and cow. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. We come up into a cat. We come down into a cow, lifting the head, pushing the tailbone back. We come up into a cat. We come down into a cow. Then we're going to lay on our stomach. We're going to bring one foot to the bum and we're going to push the hips into the ground, feeling the stretch through the quadricep, the front of the thigh. Release, change sides. Release, hands on the mat just in front of the shoulders, keeping the hips down, lifting the chest up. If this is too much, place the elbows down. Keep the shoulders relaxed away from the earlobes. And slowly come down. We're going to roll onto our back. We're going to bring the knees to the chest. We're going to make small circles, massaging the lower back. Change direction. To the center, into a happy baby. So we're holding onto the soles of the feet. The knees are coming down the side of the chest and we're relaxing. If you can't quite get those feet yet, hold the back of those legs. Feet down, arms out to the side. We're going to bring one leg up and across the body. Trying to keep the shoulders down as much as possible. Feeling the stretch in the chest and the twist through the lower spine. Come to the center. When you're ready, change sides, so leg up and over. Come to the center. Feet together, knees bent, palms the hands facing up, down by your sides. Then allow the knees to fall out to the side and relax. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You may want to close your eyes. allowing the body to relax into the floor. Slowly bring the knees together. In your own time, slowly sit up. Soles of the feet together, straight back if you can. And we're going to lift the knees up and down. Breathing in to come up, breathing out to come down. Cross the legs. One hand to the side, come up and over. One hand to the other side, come up and over. Come to the center, relax the shoulders, keep that back straight, turn the head from side to side. To the center, down and up. To the center, arms out to the side. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lifting those arms in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. Thank you very much for joining me for today's Pilates session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to do any more of my classes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.